Good morning, people of Earth. Welcome to the fucking news on the 24th of October 2020. The planet's fucked, it's your fault, and it's getting worse. I used to end the show with that shit, but now I feel in this format I should begin the show with that shit because it informs my opinion, my point of view, and the stuff that interests me in the media. And also, you should know that before we get going, so it doesn't come as a surprise to you as I'm giving you the evidence, the information, and the narrative. The planet is fucked. Open brackets. We reprocess the atmosphere with internal combustion engines, increasing the greenhouse effect on the planet, which is going to lead to severe consequences for large mammals. That's us. It's your fault because we're doing jack shit about it. And by the way, you shopped the fuck out of it. You did. Look at me, my throwaway peasant in the field coffee cup, outside of the enormous retail paradise that is Dunfermline's retail sector, sitting in my gas-guzzling, planet-destroying diesel vehicle. Yes, I fucked the planet. I confess. It was me and you. Together, we make a hell of a team. We really do. Honestly, we're a highly effective team. The planet's fucked. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. I swear, all the things people talk about, the green this and the green that, nah. Nothing is being done. Fuck all has been done to stop it. In fact, emissions of dangerous greenhouse gases continue to increase. We haven't even plateaued out yet, people. We haven't reached a point where, oh, this is as fucked as it's going to get. Oh, that's really fucked now. Let's stop there. Let's just stay at really, really fucked for a while. Nope, we're still going up. There's several levels. There's like a department store. On the 14th floor, hosiery, lingerie, and sex toys. On the 15th floor, tools. On the 15th floor, ancient manuscripts. On the 16th floor, we are still going up. We have not reached the top. We're not at the penthouse yet. And the planet's fucked. It's your fault. It's getting worse. Have a nice day. Really, honestly, enjoy yourself. Today is as good as it's going to get. It really is. This is as good as it's going to get. Cheers. And with that in mind, I bring you news that Joe Biden is scrambling to try and cover up or ameliorate or salve any damage that might be done by having said he was going to end oil in America. Oh, the nightmare of ending oil in America, a country whose televisions have V8 engines in them. So I'm led to believe. I've never been to America. But I believe even unicorns there are powered by diesel fuel in the imagination. So Joe Biden is being lambasted and attacked by the Republican right and, the oil industry for having said that he would end the oil industry in America. And to clarify this, Kamala Harris and other people have been saying, no. Well, what he really meant was he would end subsidies. And then at the end of our paragraph, Kamala says, we're not going to end fossil fuels till 2050. 2050, parts of the world will be a barren, inhospitable desert, populated only by termite hills and liquid-cooled anteaters, in my opinion. Anyway, so Joe Biden putting his foot in the green stuff, as it were, in the American election, which is interesting because so far the American election seems to have been fought on this basis. I'm not Trump. Vote for me. I'm not Trump. Okay? Choice number one. He's not Trump. Vote for him. He may be nearly dead and kept alive by morning infusions from infant virgins, or from having the morning light of Venus dazzle his soul through a crystal made out of congealed worshippers at the altar of the democratic behemoth. So vote Biden. He's not Trump. Or vote Trump. He will make America gag again. Great again. He will make you great in America. Those are your choices, and I commend them to you. In the rest of the world, in a recent study, it was found that levels of anxiety, worry, and loneliness are at their highest since the coronavirus pandemic began. The adults are feeling lonely and they're worried and stuff like that. And if you're one of those adults, I suggest either that you take some drugs, okay, the good ones, none of your pish. Don't go to the doctor and get drugs. They don't have any good drugs. Take some drugs, exercise, change your diet, get laid, take up a hobby, make some music, sing, dance, go swimming. But do not sit in your home watching and listening to coronavirus news. Obviously, that would be dull as fuck and guaranteed to make you sad. And it's not surprising, really. The thing about that story is, how fucking... what a surprise! The world's media spend 9 months saying, death, doom, catastrophe, you're going to die, millions will die, ravenous plague sweeps the planet. Man, no wonder people are feeling anxious. It's like a permanent zombie movie, isn't it? Turn the television, oh, it's a zombie movie. Oh, what's on the other channel? Zombie movie, zombie movie, zombie movie. Like you churned it, like that South Park episode where they go on chat roulette. Dick, 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 dick. No wonder. In the UK, the Conservative Party voted down a measure to provide free school meals to starving children during the holidays, which is odd because they've given 12 billion, I haven't got the figures wrong, 12 billion pounds to various Tory companies. Yeah, the Great Reset. I have covered the Great Reset, and I'm familiar with the Great Reset, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the Great Reset, not Prince Charles and the World Economic Forum. I am a big fan of the Great Reset. Honestly, if I were in charge of planet Earth, most of you would be dead already. In some ways, I think they fucked up, since this virus surely is not dangerous enough. Did they release the wrong virus? This isn't killing anyone. Honestly, even if it does kill you, it only kills you 6 months sooner. Honestly, I'm considering taking up some dangerous sports just so that I can feel the burn, because this virus, this pandemic it's like the Monty Python sketch. This is not. This is an ex-pandemic. Where's the dead bodies, the mass graves? Where's the wailing mourners following the mile-long cavalcade of hearses? Fuck off. This is not a pandemic. Do you know what I find scary? What I find scary is looking about me, all the people here have masks on and they're totally buying it. And if they will buy this, they will buy anything. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of the virus. I'm afraid of these fucking clowns around me who have sucked up this stuff. I'd rather be a case number and get it done with. I'd rather die on stage singing "Fuck the Queen," but you know, my only concern about catching coronavirus is it would make smoking 40 fags a day for the rest of my life difficult. Trump the Terrible than Boris the Womble. Neither of them are actually in charge. The World Health Organization is your government now. If you read the 22 treaties that the UK signed since 1948 with the World Health Organization, there's no small print, by the way. So, you know, it's not like they're hiding anything. Just read the treaties. You know, when we say jump, you say how high. When we say get down on your knees, you grovel and shout, yes, mistress. That's basically what these treaties say. When you sign up to a treaty with the World Health Organization, you basically say, if anything medical happens, you're in charge. And so they're in charge. I mean, I like Donald Trump's, there's some stuff about Donald Trump coming and his position on the coronavirus. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah, if I was in charge, most of you would be dead already. You know, I'm just saying, 8 billion, it's just too many. It's not too many. If you were all living in a yurt, that would be fine, but you're not. You're on the atomic-powered internet eating plastic Pop-Tarts, you know, made from the distilled goodness of the planet. And that's not good. A little Scottish news. Everybody's done this pun, so I'm going to do it as well. Scotland's in tears. Scotland's in tears. Nicola Sturgeon has introduced more tiers than England. England introduced 3 tiers. In Scotland, we have 5 tiers. Because anything Boris Johnson can do, Nicola Sturgeon can do even fucking worse. Honestly. She's gone power mad. Nicola Sturgeon in Scotland, she's standing at that lectern every day like a Nuremberg rally. Nicola Sturgeon. And today, I'll do Hitler in a Scottish accent. Today, we will have even more safety for the people. Even more safety, Nicola. I don't know how much more safe I can get. I really don't. I'm so fucking safe, I think I'm gonna come. Honestly, Nicola, we're so safe in Scotland. You've done a wonderful job. You really have. Here's a nice story. 2 burglars were arrested after a police investigation tracked them down to a house and found that they were both breaking the coronavirus regulations by visiting another household, and they were charged with socializing in the same house immediately, because the burglary charge is pending. You know, if you're going to commit robbery, remember to go home to your separate places. Otherwise, you're just compounding your crime with some coronavirus fines. Yeah. So here we have, belatedly, the newspaper is covering yesterday's Trump-Biden debate. Now, it was pretty dull, to be honest. I think we should have them and their wives mud wrestle. It would be way more entertaining. So what could these 2 septuagenarians do that would be more entertaining than mud wrestling with their wives? I don't know. Man, what about, you know, fight to the death with, let's say they have to throw ninja stars at each other. And, you know, death of 1,000 cuts. Something, anything than this dull, pointless fucking charade. Anyway, I digress. Because Biden attacked Trump on the coronavirus repeatedly and his handling. And forcing Donald Trump to give a statement of partial responsibility for his part in the American government's response. And so here's a newspaper. This is journalism. This is some awesome journalism. Here's a newspaper allegedly informing and educating the people of Britain, right? President Trump said, "I take full responsibility," the president said, before adding, "It's not my fault it came here. It's not Joe's fault it came here." Then they end the quotations, right? And then the journalist paraphrases Donald Trump. He says, he, Donald Trump, blamed China, where the United States and other officials say the virus first began to spread. Is that no longer a fact, Mr. fucking newspaper, mainstream media? Is it no longer a fact that the virus came from China? Is Donald Trump not hitting the nail on the head there? Did it not come from China? Let's have the, you know, given the cost in lives and money and debt that we are enduring, shouldn't we be fully investigating Wuhan? Shouldn't Wuhan be in fucking pieces, being poured over by a team of 1,000 highly trained medical forensic people to find out exactly what went down there on our behalf? After all, I think so. The American election news continues with lawyers playing war games for disputed poll already. The result of the American election will, of course, be disputed. It's already been disputed. Even the dispute has been disputed. And they're playing these lawyer war games just now to see how it's going to play out, what courts will be involved, what legal vehicles and paperwork will be required in order to keep the dispute going long enough for Donald Trump to leave the country and emigrate to the Philippines to avoid prosecution for, I don't know, marrying Melania. Dozens of attorneys for the Republicans and Democrats are already clashing in courts. And what that should say is dozens of attorneys, hundreds of lawyers, and many other legal businesses are making money, 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 money. Man, this will be one of the most lucrative court cases ever in America. More American election news, tangentially on the title of this video. Frack it to fuck. Donald Trump has increased support for the US fossil fuel industry, and Joe Biden is planning to remove subsidies. And the headline here says, "Game over for the climate if the United States votes Trump a second term." Really? You think? Because I would say game over for the climate even if the US votes Trump for a second term. What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to turn back the sea like King Canute? Has he got a magical wand he can wave at the atmosphere? Is he going to magically make 7 billion people disappear and stop producing methane farts? No, the climate's fucked. The climate is fucked. It's not going to be fucked. Here's something that people don't understand yet, but they really ought to, so they know where they're at. The climate is fucked. 30 years maybe you could have done something about it. Too late. Now you have to live on planet fucked. And so scientists warning of a cliff edge moment. Yes, we did shop it to fuck. We did. We shopped it to fuck. Scientists warning of a cliff edge moment are 30 years too late. As they say about footballers, he was a yard short. Yeah, the things that they're planning to do to fix the climate are worse than the things we did to fuck the climate. They really are. And speaking of which, climate activists blocked the gates of the Ineos refinery at Grangemouth, which is about 20 miles from here in Scotland. It's Scotland's refinery. It's where Scotland gets all its petrol and diesel from. I don't think there is another one in Scotland. It's a giant petrochemical plant. It stinks. It's filthy. I think the people of Glenrothes life expectancy is like 23. The place is a fucking, honestly, it's like living inside a catalytic converter. So climate activists blocked the gates of the refinery at Grangemouth in protest against the pollution. They brought 2 boats with them, and they remained there all day. About 6 people locked themselves together at the gates. They went there in their cars, and they went home in their cars. Some of them got the bus. This is the kind of climate activism that just makes me giggle. It really does. And that is about it really for the news. Miley Cyrus is back. Where she's back from, I don't know. Health Secretary Matt Hancock should step in and ensure severely ill children can access cannabis on the NHS, say campaigners. Well, I would like to add my voice to that and say that Health Secretary Matt Hancock should step in and ensure that deek can access cannabis on the NHS. Because we're still living in the dark ages as far as medical marijuana goes in this country. And, as someone who enjoys a little cannabis, medicinally speaking, I'm fed up with the threat of criminalization for my medical needs. And I think it behooves everyone in this country to get rid of this medieval, stupid law and let the police concentrate on arresting politicians. I mean, bad people. Yeah. And so, just before I go, one of the things that's not in the news yet, weed should be mandatory, only for consenting adults, of course. One of the things that's not in the news, but I should like to herald, I should like to prophesy, I'll give you a glimpse of your future, possibly the near term, next year, the year after, economic collapse. It's just not possible to print all this money and create this much debt to deal with the coronavirus and not have some blowback. And so I strongly suspect, I'd like to be in Canada. Yes, a deconomic collapse. Economic collapse is surely on the cards. And so I'd just like to give you fair warning. The price of donuts is likely to go up. I know. Like you, I am gutted and horrified at the prospect of paying more for my donuts. But I can assure you, that is on the cards. And on that bombshell, I shall leave you to have a great day. I'm going busking. Not to sing Fuck the Queen, because that shit's illegal in public. But something quite similar. So have fun. I know I'm gonna, and I'll see you soon.